My neglectful dad and scheming stepmom tried to steal my home from my spoiled pregnant stepsister, but karma just hit them hard. My grandma left me her house when I was 21. It wasn't anything fancy, just a small 2-bedroom place in a quiet neighborhood. But it was mine, completely paid off, and in my name only. My dad Marcus didn't talk to me much after the will reading. He'd remarried this woman Nicole 2 years earlier, and they had her daughter Brittany living with them. Brittany was 19, unemployed, and spent most of her time posting selfies and shopping with Nicole's credit cards. I moved into grandma's house right after college and got a job at a local office. It wasn't much money, but I could afford the property taxes and utilities. Life was simple and quiet, exactly what I needed. Then one Sunday afternoon, my dad showed up at my door with Nicole and Brittany. I hadn't seen them in almost 6 months. Brittany was visibly pregnant, maybe 7 or 8 months along. My dad didn't even say hello. He just walked past me into the living room like he owned the place. Nicole followed him, looking around at my furniture with this judgy expression on her face. Brittany plopped down on my couch without asking and started scrolling through her phone. "Your sister needs a place to raise the baby," my dad said. "This house is too big for just you anyway." I stared at him. "Brittany's not my sister, and this is my house." Nicole jumped in immediately. "The baby needs a stable environment, and Brittany can't work right now. You're young and single. You can get an apartment somewhere." I actually laughed because I thought they were joking, but they just kept staring at me, completely serious. My dad crossed his arms. "Your grandmother would have wanted you to help family." That's when I realized they'd planned this whole thing out. They wanted me to just hand over my house so Brittany could live there rent-free while I paid for an apartment somewhere else. I told them no, obviously, and asked them to leave. Nicole got nasty real quick. She started yelling about how selfish I was, how I didn't care about my baby niece who wasn't even born yet. Brittany started crying on cue, saying she had nowhere to go. My dad said I was being ungrateful after everything he'd done for me, which was funny because he'd missed most of my childhood, working all the time, then ditched me completely when he married Nicole. They finally left when I threatened to call the cops, but that wasn't the end of it. 2 days later, I got a call from some lawyer's office. Nicole had filed a claim saying grandma had verbally promised her the house before she died. Complete lie, but now I had to hire my own lawyer to fight it. The case dragged on for 3 months. Nicole kept pushing the story that grandma wanted Brittany to have the house for the baby. She even got 2 of her friends to lie in depositions, saying they'd heard grandma say it. My lawyer found text messages, though, messages between Nicole and those same friends where they planned exactly what to say in court. Grandma had been dead 2 years, and Nicole only met her once at a Christmas dinner. The judge threw out the case immediately and warned Nicole about perjury. But here's where karma really hit. During the trial, it came out that my dad had been secretly taking money from Brittany's trust fund, the one her real dad had set up before he died. He'd been using it to pay for Nicole's shopping trips and their vacations. Brittany found out during the court proceedings and completely lost it on both of them. Turns out the baby's father was some guy she'd met at a party who wanted nothing to do with her. Brittany had been lying about him being her boyfriend with a good job. She'd been planning to live off my dad and Nicole forever. When Brittany realized the trust fund was almost empty and they couldn't steal my house, she moved in with the baby's father's parents. They at least had room for a nursery. My dad and Nicole's marriage fell apart within a month. She divorced him and took half of everything, including his retirement savings. Last I heard, my dad's living in a studio apartment, working 2 jobs to pay off the legal fees from their failed lawsuit. Nicole moved to another state with some new boyfriend. And Brittany? She actually got a job at a grocery store after the baby was born. Still posts selfies, but at least she's working now. I'm still in grandma's house. Changed the locks, installed security cameras, and haven't spoken to my dad since the trial ended. He sent me a text last month asking if we could talk. I didn't respond.